Hello everyone and welcome to today's deep dive. Today we'll be taking a look at the Akira 4K UHD and Blu-ray Steelbook. Thankfully, 4K ultra high definition discs are region free, meaning that this disc will play on any 4K UHD player. However, Blu-rays do have region locking, and the Blu-ray disc in this release is for regions A and B. Both discs feature one film, which is 124 minutes long. Both discs also offer audio in Japanese 5.1 surround, English stereo, and English 5.1 surround. The two English options are actually two completely different dubs. The stereo dub is from 1988, and the 5.1 surround dub is from 2001. As for subtitles, there is one English track. Other than video quality, the immediate difference between the 4K and Blu-ray discs is the special features. The 4K disc has no special features whatsoever, while the Blu-ray has plenty. I'll cover all of these soon, but briefly they are Akira sound clip, a director interview, a storyboard collection, the writing on the wall, original trailers, original commercials, restoring Akira featurette, glossary, 2013 US trailer, and Funimation trailers. Now, before I get any further into the review, I need to make a disclaimer. I don't have the appropriate equipment to capture and render 4K video. I can still capture footage from the 4K disc, but this will be downscaled to 1080p. Because of this, all the footage I've shown so far is from the Blu-ray, not the 4K UHD. I will show footage from the 4K disc to highlight some differences, but keep in mind that will be in 1080p. This is where I would usually thank the people behind the production of this release, but I couldn't find any localization credits on the discs or on the packaging. I didn't even see an English cast list, which is strange. Of course, you can look up this information online, but it really should be on the product itself. Speaking of credits, you will notice that each disc credits a different distribution company when you play them. The 4K UHD credits Crunchyroll, while the Blu-ray credits Funimation. This is because the Blu-ray is just a new printing of the 25th anniversary Blu-ray from 2013, which was produced by Funimation before they were absorbed by Crunchyroll. In addition to the Funimation logo at the beginning, this disc also has an ad for Funimation's streaming service and Funimation trailers. It's essentially a time capsule of Funimation products from that era. Now let's take a look at the packaging. This is a steelbook, and as with most steelbooks, the information is printed on a paper leaflet, not on the steelbook case itself. The leaflet is cardstock and wraps around the top and bottom to hug the front, but not fully overlap it. This was wrapped in plastic wrap when I received it, but now that the plastic wrap is gone, I have no idea what to do with this leaflet. It won't fit inside the case, so I'll have to think of a creative solution. The front of the leaflet basically exists to advertise that this is a 4K UHD and Blu-ray combo pack. The backside has some nice art and some technical information, most of which I covered earlier. The inside of the leaflet is blank. Now onto the steelbook. The front and back both feature some very nice art and the title. The spine states the title again, and the Crunchyroll logo is at the bottom. Below that are the UHD and Blu-ray logos. Personally, I think this steelbook looks fantastic. Opening it up, we will find two discs. There are no physical extras included here. Now would be a good time to mention that this is actually the third time Akira has been released in 4K in North America. The first time was in the 2020 Special Limited Edition, then there was a Standard Edition in 2022, and now this steelbook in 2025. I own the 2022 Standard Edition, so let's compare the packaging. This is a standard 4K UHD case, and the front is identical to the back of the steelbook. The spine is identical to the steelbook spine, and the back is identical to the leaflet included with the steelbook. I'll show you the insert outside the case, and the back of the insert is just pure red. Inside the case, we'll find the two discs, identical to the ones in the Steelbook. The first 4K UHD release, the 2020 Special Limited Edition, had a defective disc, which lacked high dynamic range or HDR. Replacement discs were eventually provided, and this has been fixed for the 2022 Standard Edition and the Steelbook Edition. However, that doesn't mean that this release has perfect video quality, at least in the eyes of many fans. The 4K version of this film makes heavy use of digital noise reduction, or DNR. The intention of DNR is to remove film artifacts, dirt, scratches, and any other noise that shouldn't be in the picture. However, heavy use of DNR can result in the loss of film grain and even detail that is supposed to be present. I'll show clips from both the 4K and Blu-ray so you can determine which version you prefer. As for subtitles, the 4K UHD has thin white subs with a black outline, while the Blu-ray has thicker white subs with a black outline. Both are perfectly legible, and I noticed no typos or timing errors during my watch. The menu on the 4K disc is pretty bare bones. Not much to say about this. The Blu-ray menu is simple, but has personality. Both are easily navigable, so at least they get the job done. Now for the plethora of extras included on the Blu-ray disc. First is the Akira sound clip, which is a sort of mini documentary about the score of the film. This is broken up into several segments, featuring live-action clips with background information, followed by clips of the film featuring certain pieces of music. Unfortunately, this is an extra from the 90s, and these clips from the movie are in 4:3 standard definition. And while it would have been nice to hear the isolated score in these clips, that isn't the case. Watching the Akira sound clip is essentially watching clips from the movie in low resolution with brief segments of background information. While the information was interesting, I felt that there wasn't enough of it to recommend watching this 20-minute featurette. The director interview with Katsuhiro Otomo was nice, clocking in at about a half hour. Again, this is an old extra, so it's in 4:3 standard definition. However, the director's thoughts and anecdotes are a very welcome special feature. The storyboard collection is a fantastic addition. It's wonderful to have this piece of the creative process on the disc itself. The writing on the wall is a collection of translations of on-screen text from the film. I do wonder why these translations weren't simply included in the film itself, but maybe they thought there were too many and it would have been distracting. All of the trailers and commercials are pretty standard extras, but they're an important part of the film's history. The glossary is nice, but I felt that it wasn't really needed. If you're confused about anything after the film, this might be of some use. The Restoring Akira featurette was actually my favorite of the special features. This details the sound mixing, dubbing, and restoration of the film through interviews with the cast and crew. It's only 11 minutes, so I do wish that they had interviewed more people. In summary, I have mixed feelings about this release. The 4K is watchable, and it's nice to see the film in such high resolution. However, the digital noise reduction really does hurt the quality of the film, at least in my opinion. The Blu-ray is absolutely fantastic, and it's also the disc with all the great special features. The Steelbook is really cool, but not worth upgrading for. I think that if you already own this film on Blu-ray, there's no need to buy the 4K version. If you want to purchase this 4K Steelbook, the lowest current price is $26.24 on Amazon, Crunchyroll, and Walmart. This is not an endorsement of any of these storefronts, but I do want you to be aware of the lowest price point. And with that, we've reached the end of this deep dive. Will you be picking up Akira? Please comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing for more anime home media content. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day.